Good afternoon to those of you who are tuning in at home online, and thank you to the local media who have showed up today at our first player signing for the 2023-2024 Newfoundland Growlers season. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the fact that this is our 5th year anniversary, and I'm very happy that I'm joined by someone who joined us during our inaugural season in 2018-2019, and someone that I've got to lift the Kelly Cup with. So it's an honor to officially announce Todd Skriving as our first player for this year.
Yeah, thanks, Kenny, for the introduction. It's definitely an honor to be here today. I can't thank this organization enough for what they've done for me the past 5 years. If it wasn't for them, I'd probably not playing hockey today even. It's been an exciting 5 years. I'm very excited to finally make this official. It's been a crazy few days here, but definitely feel a sense of relief now. Thanks to you, your organization, and the work's just starting now, and we're excited for the challenge and the opportunity that we have ahead for us. So thank you for having me here today, and let's go. Let's get to work.
The one thing I'll add, Todd, is you've been such a great person for us in the community, and when we started this team 5 years ago, that's what we wanted to bring here. The players that we brought here were good people, and you embodied that. So I just want to say thank you on behalf of our community for coming back here this season.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. It's something I take great pride in. As I said many times, that's something my parents always talked to me about growing up, is just make sure you get involved in the community, make sure you give back. I was always looking for autographs, looking for that stick, puck, any kind of memorabilia that I can get my hands on. So, it's something we preach in the locker room too. Take 5-10 minutes out of your day to talk to the fans, get to know them on a personal level. As we say, you never know what other people are going through, and that can make the difference of, keep people around here today. So it's something we take pride in with the Growlers organization as a whole. It's trickled down into the players, and like I said, it's something that, I like to be the leading force in those areas. So very exciting times, and excited to see what the future has in store for us here.
That's great. And Todd, you have made a lot of positive influences in people's life. We still get messages from people that you've visited this summer and last summer and summers before that, even when you didn't have to, when you weren't under contract. So we thank you for that. And with that, I'm going to open it up to the local media that are here, and for any questions that you may want to field.
I have one question for Todd. I'm sure you got some phone calls from some other teams in ECHL. What made you want to come back to Newfoundland Growlers?
It was, like I said, it was a hectic last couple of days here, being in talks with Kenny, helping me out through it, navigate it with my parents. There's going to be teams around the league, but at the end of the day, I'm protected by the Growlers anyway, and so it didn't really matter. But, you kind of get that pull from other teams with losing so many of our core guys and whatnot, and there was teams knocking from overseas the past couple of days too. And to be honest, at the end of every season, I take those calls, I listen to everyone just because I feel like I owe it to myself just to hear kind of what's out there. But as everyone knows, my heart is here. It has been kind of since the day I got here, when Snowy and Chloe brought me along here when it all started. So my heart's always kind of been here. I've built a lot of good relationships here with the fans and the people and the organization. It really feels like home for me. Since we've lost, unfortunately, to Florida last year in the playoffs, I haven't left yet. I've still been in the city, so I'm looking to go home now here to visit my parents shortly. But like I said, it's kind of like home, and it's kind of all I really know it feels like right now. So it just felt right. I felt as the days kind of came to today, it just felt a little more clear that this is where I really wanted to be, and it just happened to work for both sides. So very excited that we're able to get it done and to be back. Like I said, it's an exciting and challenging opportunity ahead, and I'm excited for it.
Questions for Todd. Obviously, I think this season is going to be a season of a lot of change. There's a lot of core players who, like yourself, who have been along on this journey for since day one, won't be returning for this upcoming season. Just curious, maybe what your expectations are for this maybe new era of Growlers hockey.
I think the expectations will never really change. At the end of the day, you play to win. You want to win a championship. I think our organization and our affiliation with Maple Leafs always puts us in a good position to at least compete for a Kelly Cup. It doesn't guarantee us that. Obviously, you've seen the past couple of years, but I think we'll obviously, at the end of the day, too, it opens opportunities for other players that we are going to get down here. You're losing to Zach O'Brien, Tyler Bowen, James Melindy, Darian Plouffe. Those are big pieces. That's an entire core right there. So I think guys that do come here need to see that as an opportunity and an exciting one to, I'm going to be that guy that fills those shoes. So it's trying to keep that culture that those guys laid when they were here, trying to keep that special something that we've had here the past 5 years. I don't want to see it go anywhere. I'll do obviously whatever I can to keep that going in the right direction. So like I said, it's the main thing that always comes back to me is that it's going to be a challenging opportunity, but it's going to be an exciting one too. There is a lot of change, but with a lot of change comes a lot of excitement and new opportunities. So whatever I can do to help the guys coming in here, we're looking to continue what we've done and build on that. And I think there's a lot of fresh start for a lot of people too, so it'll be fun. I'm excited for the ride along.
My question's for Kenny. The Growlers have finally signed their first free agent of the off-season. How crucial was it to get Todd back on the team for the season?
Well, at the risk of inflating Todd's ego, it's Todd is a crucial piece of this. From an on-ice perspective and from a business perspective, what Todd does in the community is amazing. Dating back to the Maple Leafs, there's always been those pillar players, and Todd certainly is one here locally, and he will go down as one of those players in the history books that have done special things for this community organization. But from a player perspective, having Todd being our first ECHL signing kind of shows you that, we're in the middle of August at this point. We won't have a lot of ECHL signings because of our affiliation with the Maple Leafs and the Marlies, and Todd alluded to that when it comes to our on-ice success. So when you think about other ECHL teams, they might have 10, 15 players already signed. Sometimes there's a bit of fan panic in the marketplace. Like, what are we doing? But it's normal for us because we're going to be helped out by our AHL affiliate, the Marlies. We expect to have the same number of contracts that we've seen in the last couple of years. And we also have some support from the Manitoba Moose historically, and I expect that again this season. For example, last year we really only had 2 or 3 ECHL contracts going in the playoffs, and we had great success. So for a team that's only been around for 5 seasons, except for that COVID one, we've won a Kelly Cup, and we've been to the finals a number of times. So I think we have a pretty good track record of what we're doing. And Todd has obviously been a piece of that, and I'm excited for him to continue being part of that.
Another question for Todd. Obviously coming off the best year of your professional career, what are your expectations for yourself, I guess, to hopefully raise the bar heading into year 5 here?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to look back on that because when you think about last season, I just continue to keep thinking that we lost to Florida. That still obviously stings, but yeah, a lot of personal success along the way, which to Coach Welly and Nate that helped me along, and a couple players like Zach O'Brien and some of the young guys that kind of came through and just kind of helped me develop my game over the years. It was a successful year personally in a way. Obviously, you want to win, but moving forward, it's just, to me, it's when you're doing the right things away from the puck, on the puck, in the locker room, in the community. I feel like that's where I kind of gain my confidence, and any good things kind of circle the way back. Can I score 30 again? I don't know. I always say, I even tell my dad and my parents, it's just like, I don't know if I'm going to score 30 again. It's kind of crazy to think that it happened in the first place sometimes. But for me, like I said, at the beginning of the year, it's getting rid of the zeros. Remember, get the first goal, get the first assist, get the first penalty, get all the zeros off the board, and then go from there. But I'm not going to change who I am. We lost, like I said, a lot of big pieces. I'm not going to go try and be Zach O'Brien. It's impossible. I'm not going to try and be a Tyler Bowen or a Darian Plouffe or a Meller. Like, those guys all brought different things. I'm just going to keep continuing to bring what I bring, and hopefully it translates on the ice. But it's not going to really change who I am. The success will come along the way, but excited for the challenge.
Quick follow-up. That being said, so many departing pieces plus new coaching staff soon to be announced. Are you open, I guess, to your role changing, evolving? As obviously you've been a leader on this team for a long time. That could look even different again.
Yeah, and I've thought about that over the years. It's kind of changed, every time we got a new coaching staff, and as opportunity is given, you try to make the best of it. But, I hate to bring it up all the time, but you look
back to the year we won, and you remember those years forever. So whatever I can do moving forward with the new coaching staff, obviously hope to know that soon, get to know them, and try to hopefully deliver their message. And at the end of the day, you want to do what they want us to do so we can win a championship. So whatever I could do to help win, that's going to be my ultimate goal. So you only have so many years left. I don't know how many years left, but I want to win a few more times, obviously, before that comes to an end.
Some my questions for Kenny. Now that you have your first player signed, how close are you guys to signing a new coaching staff for the season?
Well, our coaching staff search has certainly been underway ever since the departure of Nate and Eric. Let's just remind everybody that we're an ECHL club, and we're here to develop not only players, staff, and coaching staff. So it's great that they have moved on and they're secure in some AHL jobs right now. So that's fantastic for them. So we have Glenn Stanford heading up the search for our coaching staff. I know a few names that I can't share right now, but it should be exciting, and those commitments will be made in the next couple of weeks as we are getting very close to the season. And, for the remaining ECHL contracts that we have, that will be up to them to put that together and work with the Maple Leafs, our AHL affiliate. So obviously the Maple Leafs will be aiding Glenn Stanford in that search, but I think we're pretty close, and we're going to be excited to do this all again in a couple of weeks with some different people in that chair where Todd is sitting. So look forward to it.
And Todd, as Kenny kind of alluded to earlier, obviously, your impact in the community is a big part of Todd Skriving as a member of the Growlers. How big a factor was your community involvement and I guess the community that you've fallen in love with here in Newfoundland and Labrador? How big of a factor was all of that in your decision to return?
Yeah, it was definitely part of it because you can go to a different spot. Like I said, I'm starting to hit the tail end of my career now, and you think of like maybe going somewhere in North America or even overseas, and it almost feels like you might have to kind of start over again. Whereas here, I felt like I built so many good connections. It like I said, it feels like family's kind of all down the street. Really, it's a text or call away, and it's not just one or two people. Or I have back home, it's 5, 10, 15 people. I feel like I can kind of reach out to so many people at once if I need something, and vice versa. So it just feels like one big family here for me. Like I said, I try to get the players to really embrace that because there's just so many favors that they offer you away from the rink. Like I said, I got the crabfish this summer for the first time. I got seasick, but it was still fun. I've gone cod fishing again with family friends from around the bay there, and like I said, those opportunities aren't everywhere. Whereas here in Newfoundland, I feel like you get a lot of people that are just so welcoming and open like that, where they want you to experience some of the best things that you won't be able to experience anywhere else in the world. So, it definitely played a big factor in it, and I'm excited to grow on that. And really, like I said, we lost a lot of guys, so it's going to be a pretty new team, and it's trying to get them accustomed to that and really buying into that and just enjoying it, like enjoying time away from the rink and not just at the rink too.
Perfect, Todd. It looks like that's everything from the media gallery. I just want to thank you again for joining our club for our 5th anniversary season. And to the fans out there, you got to buy your tickets. Come support us. Come support Todd. We got some great, exciting news to share with you in the next few weeks, and we're really, really looking forward to October. So thank you again.